Are you nervous when you interview? Does the thought of interviewing make you feel like you're going to cringe? If so, you are like millions of Americans when it is time to prepare for an interview. Hi, my name is Gabrielle Trepanier, and I am the owner of GT Consulting. Today, I am going to share with you 6 tips on what you can do to help with nervousness during interviewing. So let's jump right into it. The first thing I'll tell you that you can drink a calming tea. I know that may sound a little weird, but calming tea helps with nerves and it helps you feel less stress and it will help you to relax a little bit more. The second thing I will tell you to do is to work out. If your interview is later in the day, then you can go for a workout ahead of time. We all know that working out helps with reducing stress, right? And it'll help your nerves as well. And it'll help you be more energetic because you want to be very energetic on your interviews. You don't want to seem like you're a bore or you have no enthusiasm or passion for whatever you are interviewing for. So you want to make sure that you work out if you can before an interview. If it's later in the day, that will help. The third thing I will tell you to do is practice, practice, practice. We all know that practicing makes perfect, right? So you'll want to make sure to go over specific interview questions. I would tell you to, Google some questions specifically for your job title. And then also, I'll tell you the top areas that recruiters usually are going to ask those behavioral questions about because we all don't really like those behavioral questions. So, the main areas that they're going to ask you about, and this is what I usually ask about too when I was a recruiter, they're going to ask you about team player. They're going to ask you questions about being a team player and want you to give specific examples. So come prepared for that because they want to know how you're going to work with the team. The other thing they're going to ask you about is how do you handle conflict? They want to know how you're going to work in the department. Is there going to be a lot of conflict with you? As far as, how would you resolve conflict if you're a manager and you're managing people? So they're going to want to know about that. They're also going to want to know how do you handle pressure? How do you handle stress? So be prepared to come with examples about that as well. They're also going to want to know about your accomplishments and your failures. So just be prepared what specific answers to that too and have specific examples, especially if there are behavioral questions that they're asking you. We all know that those are 3-part questions, so you want to make sure that you're able to hit all 3 parts of that question. They're going to ask you to tell them about a time. The next thing they're going to ask you about is the action that you took, and then they're going to ask you about what was the end result. So be prepared to hit all 3 points of the question. The fourth thing I will tell you to do, and this may seem kind of strange for some people, but it's changing your mindset. Change your mindset and think about this as a two-way street, right? Think about this as I'm interviewing them as well. Is this company a good fit for me? Do I feel like I'm going to like working with this person who's interviewing me? Or if it's a team, do I feel like I'm going to like these individuals? So change your mindset and think about it that way as a two-way street. Well, I'm interviewing them too to see if they are a good fit for me because you will definitely be given the opportunity to ask questions at the end. Any good interviewer will give you the opportunity to ask questions at the end. The fifth thing is you can pray. Pray for a good outcome, pray for your nerves. If you are a person that prays, then that's a great way to help with your nerves. If you're not, and you're more of a meditation person, then I would tell you to just meditate, because that will help with your nerves as well. And last but not least, I would tell you to really dive into doing your research and knowing about the company. As I told you earlier, that I was a former recruiter, and I was always surprised by how many people did not know much about the company. So do your research about the company, what products that they have, the services they offer, who are the key players, their mission, what they value. All of those things that you will need to research, as well as looking at if they operate under other business names. So, all those things are important. So, those are my tips for you to help with your nervousness. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If you'd like to book a interview coaching session with me, you can also inbox me here, or you can email me. Thanks so much for your time. Again, my name is Gabrielle, and I am the owner of GT Consulting. Thanks so much. Bye bye.